And welcome back. Oh my god. Try and walk along here. Thin blue line. But yeah, just watching these videos of conservatives talk about how transgenderism will lead to transhumanism and all this other stuff makes it feel like they're afraid of something that's never going to happen to them. Something that should always be a choice. And I don't understand. Like, the only possible way I could grasp that they're even making the connection between the two concepts is that they both start with the prefix trans. Which is just like... Unfortunately, that's how a lot of that weirdness seems to work. Like, I actually read on, and I can't tell what's a joke or not half the time, but one Twitter reply was basically saying, well, it rhymes, so it's true. Like, it's like people are currently trying to establish what dictates reality, what is actually constituted as bullshit or not, on a more sort of social scale, what elements in society should be acceptable and shouldn't be acceptable. And we're just trying to make it more comfortable for a lot of people who don't fit the mold. But the people who don't fit the mold, like, again, I bring up the priest who's complaining about basically, well, if I could be gay, I would. It's like, that's not how most straight people work. Like, that's where you're getting into bisexual and gay territory. Like, that's not a fear with a lot of straight people. It's projection. It just becomes projection at that point. Self-hatred and projection. So again, I see it as just people defending their own bullshit. Even just with arguments on Twitter, it's the same feeling I get. Like, I'm willing to argue continuously with a lot of people. I know if it scales enough, I'll probably hit my limit. I just don't know where that limit is right now. Because I've had a lot of really in-depth arguments with a lot of people, including these random conservatives who will try and proclaim, like, oh, liberals always block me, and then they'll go ahead and block me because I found ways to argue against him that just don't fit the mold. Or I know there's like 3 specific people I'm thinking of right now, unfortunately. I don't even remember their Twitter handles anymore. But then I'll post to my feed, basically, like, one of them told me I should go hide in my safe space and then immediately proceeded to ban me. Effectively hiding in his safe space. Like, I may have even mentioned this before, but it's just astounding to me. It's the only thing I don't like about a lot of liberals I see arguing, as much as I'll defend them. It's why I don't like considering myself on either side of the spectrum. I kind of fit a mold of just all of it. Like, I kind of respect gun rights, and a few other things that a lot of liberals don't seem to care about, especially in Canada. At the same time, like, I understand a lot of the conservative value, like the whole definition of conservatism being keeping things to how they were applying traditional views to things. It's the entire idea of tradition, to be honest. It shouldn't fit with a society that's trying to constantly evolve and wondering how many times I'm gonna fall back down in that hole. No, I have the item from there now, so I don't actually have to go back in there. Just go and unlock that room now. I don't know why I'm hitting that. At the end of the day, I've got my issues, everyone else has their issues, and the most effective way is just to try and help people. Not to bicker over whose bullshit is more important. Because if they want to view like gay rights and being gay in general as some sort of bullshit too, what's behind here? Then they're going to. There's no stopping that. It doesn't matter whether it is or not. And the only real way to get any type of bipartisan at that point is, unfortunately, to either just continuously argue non-stop like I want to, or to agree to disagree. But I like the idea of just arguing non-stop, to be perfectly honest. Just continuously, never ending. So. As long as you're willing to adapt, if someone actually demonstrates something correctly, there's no real issue. It's just with certain things, there's basically no way you could ever demonstrate. Like if someone wants to try and tell me that, oh, so that isn't, I thought it was. Someone wants to try and convince me that being gay is immoral, or being transgender is somehow immoral. They'd have to actually prove God exists, essentially. Like, there's a lot more to it for someone who's an atheist. It's not just as simple as, well, the book has these verses in it, and these verses can be read into this way. It's not how I work. And honestly, if I was part of another religion, like, why would I respect that? The Baha'i religion, for instance, is very accepting of basically every other religion, from what I understand, from what I've been told. Very accepting of people's lifestyles and so forth. So, what indicates that one religion is better than any other? Like, being honest, what actually dictates that in any true way? That's sort of the... Oh, this is the entry point. Yeah. Okay. I hate this room so much. Always get stuck in this one. Probably, honestly, gonna have to look up a walkthrough for this one. So, but that's sort of where I end up. Just thinking, oh yeah, no, I have a Do I have a key? Yeah, I have a key. I can go through there. Oh my god. There we go. And that's what makes it so hard for me to see their stuff as anything but bullshit, because it's just whose fantasy is more important than mine, than theirs, than anyone else's, and how do you decide that? But anyway, thanks for watching.